So I was hearing I have found and then help. So it seems that somebody found my forever young version, but it still belonged me because scouts have, that's exactly what they supposed to do and return my things to me. But if they eye is single and they want to keep it for themselves, then they can't mingle. Yeah, somebody's not being allowed to have a farm or to till the land, or somebody is not allowed to, what do you call it, own livestock or dead stock or anything. They're not able to be like a leader or a king, or they sold their birthright or something. They can't gather. They can't buy or sell or trade or whatever this is. Okay. Yeah, some people getting breadcrumb. That's why I said like the person, if they, because my masculine went back to school to get his thing my year, 99. So he would have been graduated with the 99ers, but he was really a 97 or 98. No, he was really like a, well, that's crazy because now that I think about it, that'd been like 96 or something because I think he like maybe 2 or 3 years older than me, and he was set back. So I was only set back once, and he was set back. So yeah, like 96, 97, 98. I don't know. But that would be crazy because if I met him in 95, well, 93, I don't know. Maybe somebody is messing up something with the age or something. Or maybe that's what happened. Somebody got in trouble in the spiritual realm because they was older than they came off as. I don't know. Which means that the person was wasn't a virgin. That could be why they killed the person. But none of these people are. Let's see something. I'm gonna use these effing birds because these people could be getting cursed. Because if God made you a scout, it wasn't for you to steal all God's children that you was looking for and steal them and use them for yourself. And like I said, this energy, because I know I was listening to that Sincere song and she was like, they don't get the poom poom or something like this, but somebody's lying. They be in the underground fucking. That's how somebody was giving everything to this person. All the shopping sprees, all the money. And somebody's also building something. They was taking something from America and building something in the tropical regions. So this person keep talking about he taking the 6 and put it to a 9 because the 6 is the tropics. Okay? That's also the 6 sisters or the star sisters. The Pleiadians is supposed to be 7, but they left me out. So I don't know. Maybe this masculine energy fit himself in as one of the stars and left me out. All right. So we got F my life. Okay. Also, all that stuff like I don't want you, I can't be with you, or something like this. Somebody cock blocking because I went in there and I pulled one more card. I said, "Give me one more card out this deck." And when I flipped it over, it was cock blocking. So somebody still want to be with you, but it's something blocking or something is in the way. Okay. And somebody saying, "Can we have a break between the cluster Fs?" But let's see what comes out. Okay. So all these people is they condemned or something to something. All right. All right. And somebody saying, I'm a god damned. Yeah, some birds is damned. Delight. How long until this fucking apocalypse? And that's why I was saying, how long to, like, what is this going on, y'all? This is crazy. I don't know what to expect, but it's sure, I'm sure as F wasn't this shit, okay? Oh, I like these cards. I like it. They usually surprise me at this at Barnes and Noble, like on the end cap. There's usually some weird cards. Like I got those purple cards last time on the end cap. So now that I go there, that's the first place I look. Okay, because I pretty much know what they have already at the store when it comes to cards, and I'm really not. It's really normally not nothing in there that I'm interested in. They don't have that much there. Okay, but they always got something new on that end cap. That's where I got those other cards, those purple cards from. Okay. Um, feel free to eat some shit, okay? Somebody's also talking about somebody's smell or odor or something. I told you, if somebody coming around here sneaking around at night, I'm gonna leave a present in there for you. A little piece of something. You ain't gonna want to come back. But that's why I said, even if this is this man or something, somebody, because this girl did this video, was like, men like stanky cat. They don't like to say it, but they do. They do. They like it with a smell. And mine just smell like, I told you, pussy. Last night when I went to bed, this smelled like, it was strong, but it smelled like pussy. It didn't smell like nothing else but that. Real strong coochie. Okay, I will say coochie. It made me think about that lady on, was it Boomerang, when she's like, what, pussy? And she opened up her legs at the table or whatever. Somebody's not crazy about you because you outsmarting them. They want to just walk away from the situation here. And somebody's like, how are you doing this? You stopped me from being able to do this. You know, I'm breadcrumbing you or something like this. Or you breadcrumbing this person with sex and they walking away. Or this person breadcrumbing you with their responsibilities so you could be walking away. Because somebody's breadcrumbing somebody. Somebody tired of, like Cookie said, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of begging for crumbs. I'm tired of begging for crumbs, Lucius. But there's some stuff that's getting being laid down or laid to waste here. A Queen of Cups is in the reverse here. All right. And the Queen of Cups shouldn't be have to worry about what she look like, taste like, smells like. The Queen of Cups in reverse could also be a girl pimp. What you want to know about? But this is also giving me Dinah and them in the Bible when those old aunties was getting those men to come sleep with them first or stop at their house first before they went to go collect they newborn bride or whatever, and they was bewitching these men, okay, so that the woman can have some kind of control, or this mother or fake mothers or your kidnappers that kidnapped you when you was young because you had something, to give. They were training these men like that so that they'll always listen to the mother. They will be pleasing to the daughter, but even with or without the daughter, the mother will still have control over the man or the aunt or whoever that lady, what the old lady, the old hag that was, you know, telling somebody to stop by them first. This is also how these women keep their youth is by having these men dibble and dabble with their stock of females, okay? And then, they will deal with them, okay? Um, like business wise. Okay, so somebody could be a Queen of Cups in reverse. They're gonna shut their mouth and walk the other way because they all about the money. They got their mind on the money, so they just trying to do something here. Okay, so but these riches and wealth is out of their hands now. They don't have this access to these tools that they was using to drill. Because if you think about it, how long have we been drilling for gold? I mean, drilling for oil, using oil rigs and stuff like this to dig for oil. This is a new wavelength. These people are using cyber things to dig, to drill oil, or also it's more heady. It's like cyber things to get in people's brains or something like this. Okay, it's not the backside or the bottom because a lot of this does have to do with anal pleasures in secret societies and in Islam and darker cultures, or people that keep their things hidden or whatever. They don't share what they're doing. They don't share the schools, how they operate and teach their children in Islam schools. They don't do that. They don't exploit or talk about, you kind of don't know. Americans really don't know what if these children have go to other schools, because I never see, like, even when I'm dropping my children off, I haven't seen any girls with a hijab or something walking in the school. So they must have their own like compounds or something like this. And that's crazy to have another nation, building schools and all their type of churches and stuff in your place, and you don't know what they're doing in there. All right. So somebody is getting effed here, okay? And it could be because this fell out on the table. So it could be because somebody is finding out how these people been able to do something underworldly. Like this is somebody that's building an empire off of, you know, uh, trapping children or trafficking children and making them do all the hard work. Somebody's building off they shit off of blood, like real blood, sweat, and tears and trauma in these sweatshops. Or like I told you, some of these people know how to, if you could be a really good influencer online, but they're keeping you small to feed the flock. So the biggest ones like the Christ and everybody like this, they're treating us like slaves or something by keeping our numbers down, keeping us, working. We doing it. I mean, if you don't do it, they're gonna just invade your privacy and get it anyways, or they're gonna do both. Okay, so the way that they're doing this is by using. So there should be some guidelines when it comes to the United States or America making guidelines for these particular websites and things like this, like YouTube and stuff, because they had you attacking TikTok, but I don't think that TikTok was the problem. I feel like YouTube is the problem, and there need to be new guidelines written up for YouTube in the way that they're targeting individuals on their website here. That the way that they're discriminating, okay? Because yeah, people could say you got the right to do this or turn somebody away from service or something like this or whatever this is, but to what extent, okay? If it's for your own personal thing, then that's like somebody that's getting high off their own supply, or if it's your own personal preference. Like I grew up and I own YouTube, and so I see one of the girls that used to pick on me in school, or I see a girl I didn't like in school and she got this big old YouTuber. When I look at the numbers, we're like, oh yeah, this is a big winner for us. And then all of a sudden I feel like I want to plug her or kick her off of YouTube, or slow down her, make her work harder for less likes, less everything. If somebody finds out that I'm doing that, I'm discriminating, and there's a conflict of interest, then the the um the website can get snatched down. It can be confiscated by me and my lands. You see what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things that can happen here. It could be shut down. If this is a highway or a byway that these people are using, God or okay, have the right to drop these things or get them out of this land. You'll have to go to another country if you want to deal with these treasonous people or something like this. Now, it's a way that a lot of people make money now. Now, I told you, if they turn this into little Hollywood, there's so many. There was only a couple of superstars. There's billions and billions of these people that are on YouTube. So there's billions of people out there doing dirty shit, okay, to make it famous on YouTube, okay? You know, because some people get to world renowned names like Nerdy Nummies and stuff like this. Some people get to those names or those, that recognition or something like this, okay, off of YouTube. It's barely rare, but we got the Seven of Wands. Somebody is about to go to jail for what they just did with this Chariot energy. So they want us to be abused, keep talking about it, and never get justice, and then just keep talking about it. Just keep picking it up on it on our media. So instead of somebody being like a news anchor, they're trying to say lowest of the low. You're gonna be on YouTube telling your story, and nobody's gonna listen or something like this. But I've got more things going on. My hand is not only in this. I don't know what the fuck else the hand is in, but I know it's not just here. Okay. But I feel like somebody else is using my hand too. And I don't want them using my hands. I want my hands back. Okay? Yeah, somebody's not protecting someone. Somebody about to go to jail. And what they did to somebody is about to come back around on this person. Okay? Because it's not just pluck out that eye and return my shit to me. This is what God said. And then he also told them to go on and get rid of all them people. Every single one. The children and all. Don't hold back. Jesus said it too. When he was on the earth as Jesus, when God came down in the form of Jesus on earth, same thing. These people that's my enemies that don't want me to be king or don't want me to be who I am, okay, get rid of them. All right, I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure, this could be also when the sun went dark. This could be somebody realizing they got to kick ass. You can't just be preaching all day. And you got to start pointing these people out or getting rid of these people. And this could be some energy like morning star energy, or they're saying that how Lucifer was the morning star and Jesus was the morning star. This could be the sun going dark and the stars won't give their light. But there is these stars that's trapped in Mexico with this Candelaria magic. Okay, and they may need help in Acapulco or somewhere else. They could be spread out even different places here. Yeah, because this person or this devil energy, this whatever these candy coated raindrops, these children that they transporting quickly with these quick, what did they say? Trump got a $400 million airplane, a gift. But that's what I said about these people. You better not be taking no fucking gifts from these people. That's why I say it in Bible. Don't take no gifts from them people. The higher up they are that they give you a gift, 400, that motherfucker might be able to get you from here to the moon in 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? I just cannot. I cannot, y'all. These people is ganging up. Y'all ganging up against me and the people. It's not funny. But when I be hearing stuff, Because for the boys, these boys, these trucks and these Tonka trucks and shit, these airplane stuff, it's just the best thing to them. But I'm thinking like, no, motherfucker, you about to give me a $400 million plane, bitch. You about to try to take me to the hell. Girl, girl, somebody trying to get somebody get taken to hell. Okay. My goodness. Okay, we got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so somebody, these young girls or something, are not having these babies or something. They was doing this when they helped this person in the Eight of Swords right here. They was taking these babies and bringing them up. Okay, we heard perhaps, perhaps. Okay, I just heard that before I turned on the camera. So somebody's like, perhaps, perhaps that's what I was doing. And so this person is not chasing you, and they don't want to hear nothing else your ass got to say. Who is this fake God or this fake Christ or this fake Jesus that's sitting in there using all my tools and stuff against me and growing themselves a nation around me or something like this? Cut that shit out and shut it down. Pack it up and double it. Okay? Because this is somebody that should be. What K. Michelle said in that little clip. She said, I'm supposed to come up in here, supposed to be roses all around. It supposed to be this, it supposed to be that. But I was just thinking last night, right? Because it was something on originals, no, on legacies, when I think that Hope Michelson had the chance to help. See, now that's what they probably did. Okay, that's what they probably did. Hope Michelson had the chance to go back and help her boy, her friend Michael or whatever I think his name was. Okay, I think she had the chance to go back and help him, or she had a chance to go on that lit up path, right? She had to go on that path. She was either going to go on that path that was lit up in the forest, okay? And then she was going to go into the other side or something like this. And it was a one chance thing. But she decided to go back and help the friend. They're not letting me choose. These are all people trying to flip flop or move my body around like a snake or a hot potato. Last night when I was out here in my backyard and it was dark, I seen somebody's house was lit up real pretty. And I was just looking at the house like, that's so fucking pretty or whatever. But then I thought about it. I was about to go look closer, okay? I was going to just walk over there and look closer to these people's house or whatever, at their lights or whatever. But I remembered the book, The Spring, when Elijah the First had shot Black Hawk, okay? And so it was a whole thing about them going back and forth about how Elijah the First had killed Black Hawk or whatever. And I keep telling y'all about the swan story, the swan in the forest, okay? And then I keep on telling y'all about there's a vision I keep having right here in my backyard, okay? Because at the beginning of this book, it describes what the scene looks like, okay? And the scene looked just like my backyard with the two big old oak trees and the great, great, great white oak tree that's right over here in front of me. And I think I showed y'all a picture of this tree a couple years back. It's a face on that tree, okay? It's a face on that tree. It's like an old willow face, like the old willow tree on Pocahontas. And I took a picture of this tree face and I showed it to y'all in the video a couple years ago when we were still doing the videos on The Spring, the book. Now, when I thought about it, I'm like, ooh, this could be like a magic, because I'm hearing this magic moment. And I was thinking about it because at that time I was being drawn. I was about to go walk up to the neighbor's house and just be like, oh my God, this is so pretty or something. But I was thinking, even if this is like about timing, the fact that the neighbors is suspicious on this side here. It was like the book was explaining, and I kept seeing the vision even last night. Somebody walking, when I was looking over there, it's like somebody was walking across there. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. That could be why I put up that picture too about that girl. No, that video about that girl that was about to be in a fight with a girl, and she just pulled out the gun and shot the girl. instead of fighting her fair. Okay, so somebody could be waiting for you to walk past their house or walk through their thing, and somebody gonna shoot somebody. All right, so that could have been a setup right there. That could have been a last attempt, and now somebody's mad. They don't want to chase you. They mad. They mad. They mad. Okay, because yeah, they mad, and so, but they also still love you or something like this. But they can't trick you or something like this. Okay, so I'm like, oh my God, it was giving me like this after dark energy, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is some kind of romantic gesture or something like this, because I kept seeing a lot of shit about proposals. Now, again, these are the silly people that was led away from their house. But were they silly? They could be the ones that's living forever, trapped underneath the reign of some crazy man, and they got to go from, sea to shining sea. They got to go to outer space with this person. They got to be stuck towards this person. They got to go to the future with this person, and this person owns them, or something like this. Okay, so it might feel like you dropping or having a fall or something. But when I fell asleep, I said the light don't die out or something like this. The light don't, it's like somebody thinking they took your light, and then when they playing with it in their hand, they wake up in the morning, where'd it go? And then they come looking at you, and it's right back with you. Okay. And it's right back with you. Okay. So somebody could be thinking that they're doing something and they're really not. All right. But while you're in this position here, some people on the earth want some energy of yours too. So now you're in danger from, well, the higher ups or whatever. They're just taking this energy and refreshing themselves. Now these people, the earth energies, want in on this, or they want to say, this is our world, this is Gaia. They want to pull you back down to earth. But I can't be just in earth. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to fight this person. They don't know if they want to fight this person or that person, because I just added this to the repertoire. That this could also represent that eye in the sky. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright. But this is a good eye in the sky, a warner, somebody that protects the place. In the reverse, we're going to start saying that this is a bad eye. It could be an eye in the sky that's using it to rob people. It's single, it's greedy. Optics. This is why I didn't want to go to the eye doctor these past couple times, but they messing with my eyes again, so I could go to the eye doctor and get a prescription. But once you go to the eye doctor, they're mating you, they're siring you with different companies that deal with optics. Because I was just going to an eye doctor just to make sure my eyes was healthy. And when I first time I went about 4 years ago, just because we had insurance for it or whatever like this, and I just wanted to see like if my vision, because I think I was reading and I was like getting something weird happening to my eyes. But when I went, I had perfect 20/20 vision. And then over the past 4 years, it started to deteriorate quick. 2 years later, I went again to the doctor. And ever since that appointment, I knew that they using optics to get in our head. Okay. And then that's when I was like, oh, damn, I don't want to do it again. So when I was about to go again this year, I was like, nah. And I think that I took my doctor, I started thinking about Stanton, because Stan and Ton. Okay, so Stan a lot, or Stan, the devil and the Brutons. This could be like the devil's daughter and these Bruton people. Because remember last week a couple weeks ago, I said, why is somebody saying I wish you was gay, or you was like gay? And I said, what? Somebody wish that I was a gay person? Or we had a family friend that my cousin, and her name was gay. But people used to talk about her like around, like I don't know why she be putting up with that stuff with him. My cousin was like, a heartthrob or whatever. And people was like, I wonder why. And Gay was really nice and everything. She was kind of pretty, but not like the prettiest thing in the world. But she wasn't ugly either. And she was a nice lady or whatever. And yeah, there was also a girl named Star that was hanging around my cousin. These was like the two family friend people around that time. Okay. Um, yeah, that I remember like being around the family a lot. Um, but then I was thinking about this. Yeah, because the difference is energy, but the difference is not my twin flame. That's not my person. That's Khadija Parham's person. That's not my person. That's Cosmic Wifey's person. That's not my person. Now, these could be guardians. They could have made these family members guardians, but it's after they failed to stand or after they failed to that energy. That could be what dearly departed them or separated them from me, because they could have been able to move those people, but they couldn't move me, because nobody can move me but God. But if they trying to say they killed God or they blocked me off from God in heaven, then I'll become God on earth. Now, I don't have the same tools and resources and the same things as God in heaven, but somebody is unfuckwittable on a lot of different levels. Maybe not every level. I'm pretty sure these people are in their little laboratories every day trying to figure out what they can do to put me down or put me out. But we're gonna still keep giving the message while I'm still here, right? So, this could be that. Also, I feel like a group of these people, they are defiled or something, and they like to be around people that's defiled. um, the reason why they're not supposed to be in the heavens or inherit the heavens, because if these people are defiled in some kind of way, sick, mentally ill, then this is now your superheroes are sick. They have access. They have a strange, different type of access to so-called humanity than other people, than other entities and beings do. And so it's to make sure that people are clean, especially if they're dealing with other people without their say so. The thing is, there is sacred and other rights or something that people have where they can use chariot and reverse energy or chariot energy to come scoop you up or check you, probe you or something. And these people are mainly not supposed to be mentally ill, greedy, rapists, people that have sexually transmitted diseases, because you're having access to a body or a vessel or something, right? That could be doing all good. We don't need problems like that. Like, we have to fight enough stuff when we get up and walk around and go to work and go to school and go to the grocery store and go out at night with our friends and drink and things like this. Nobody should be having to worry about the so-called heavenly realm beings being sick too. You get what I'm saying? That's preposterous here. Okay. And somebody's just mad because they're being found out, and there could be something. If these people, if I'm not supposed to know about this, and there's other people that do know about what I'm saying it when I'm saying it, and they realize what these people been doing, they could possibly rally together. They might have a closer call, or they might have a position where they say that is right, you shouldn't be able to do that, and then they'll be able to stand up from where they are, right? Because again, God's people is us. They were, because of a lack of knowledge. We don't know when. We might be in a point where we don't need no knowledge right now. The knowledge that they want you to be jealous, and that's why I said don't be envious of wicked people, because they think that we jealous because we can't go around and rob and kill and steal and make people sick. But don't be. Why would you be jealous of people that can do that? You get what I'm saying? That don't kind of don't make no sense to me. Just because you can, and you just doing it just because you feel like you can. Now we can make some war against this, and get these people out of these positions so that they're not trusted with this stuff, because that's how they're making themselves the 1%, by being in stealth mode and taking from us or stealing from us or something like this, or from me, or whatever this is from America. Okay. And they could also be using other tools from other lands in order to do this as well here. Okay. And they want me to be okay or you to be okay and just stand down or something, or we're supposed to be jealous because they know they all saw this person come and spiritually rape you last night and you don't even know. Ha 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 ha, or something like this. Okay. This is what makes these people's day go well. Okay. So we have a full energy. We got somebody was doing something and now they can't shepherd something or till somebody name could be tiller or something like this. But somebody looking like a fool with their pants hanging down. We got the fool card in reverse and heartbreak here. Okay. Somebody could have been breadcrumbing somebody or something anyway. Okay. This is tied to this energy with this trumpet. It's too much shit going on, man. Whatever entity is in the trumpet energy, that's what I'm saying. Somebody, yeah, breadcrumbs. Somebody about to, this male energy, melody. Somebody about to start breadcrumbing you. This is who's breadcrumbing somebody, because they mad because you don't take heed to their TED talks, or they. This is somebody is a, what do you call it? A public speaker or a, because some of these groups, they want you to grow up and be a scammer like the people in your family in the background, or they want to see if you could be a sneakity snake pastor and rally in a whole bunch of people, even though you ain't talking about no shit that's really gonna save the world. Okay, they want you to see if you will be able to, get people to buy your products or something like this. Okay, people say you got a stinky, little red or whatever her name is. They're gonna give her some kind of, some ad to sell some pills about stinky coochie. And so you basically saying, yeah, my coochie stinky or something like this, and now yours don't have to, but yours don't have to be. It's some shit like y'all is weird. I can't do it with these people. Okay, we got an emperor in reverse. Somebody gonna have to walk away from a situation. This mommy Watson energy is in reverse. These other witches seem like they in the upright. They could be. This could be the riches from the riches. The witches from the red tower or the red keep or whatever. Okay, that's in reverse though. There's three other witches, so maybe these three witches was like a hecate energy that they've been putting up, and now these people are downgraded to, or these was at the red keep, and now they're downgraded to something else here. Okay, and again, remember, all these people thought it was a good idea for you or me to be not plugged in, to have lack of knowledge about something, and now they lacking knowledge, and now the people that they depended on or they trusted could be off this smaller group of people that want to be the one percenters instead of me and whoever these people are. They just didn't want me to be a part of it, the good. Okay, they just want all bad or all thieves. Okay, a den of thieves and robbers. Okay, and so they are moving on into the future, and somebody didn't have no choice but to choose somebody else. Yeah, these bad family members. Okay, these sons of David in the reverse. Hold on. These sons of David in the reverse. Okay, these are the people that went with this. Okay, yeah, because y'all did. This is the coalition of people that went against the empress from the beginning in the hometown. It spread all over the nation though. Chariot in reverse with the family members that's not Christ-like or that rejected the Christ. That's why somebody is sitting here right above this saying, "I'm a goddamned delight," because these are the birds that have been cursed. Because in the Bible, it'll still tell you, it wouldn't would it look? What about these birds or whatever? Your father feed them and everything like this, but somebody's father wasn't feeding them. Something else was feeding them um, at this time. Don't you think? And he made sure that they got what they need or whatever. Don't you think if you did this like this, then it's kind of like Cain and Abel or something, or the black swan energy, right? Don't you think if you did this X, Y, and Z, he would do this for you? But then again, somebody found out that these birds was not being real messengers. They was just flying overhead, like not giving the message. How you be like, I feel somebody in my energy. I don't know what they trying to say. Somebody never, or this could be like the post office or something being sued or something. Um, right? Because they was letting somebody play around with your mail. So the reason why they not letting these people get in trouble is because they want us to be in sue the post office, and the post office is an old ass thing that then grew, you know, huge. If you think about postmasters and stuff like this, and courier knives and stuff like this, we've come a long way. But it's like sue the company. What you want to talk to me about? You ain't gonna never be able to find me. You ain't gonna be able to prove nothing about me, but it's already been proven. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that somebody was taking somebody's energy and taking it up to Canada. So they could have been, and that the royals was actually probably having something going on in Canada, like that was a heavy participant in something with the royal family or parliament or something. And then what they was doing is basically raiding my stuff. Like if these people had to leave and go to Tanner, okay, that could be somebody's name. But if they had to leave and go to Canada or something like this, 15, 20 something years ago or something like this, during the first Handmaid's Tale raid or siege, because see, so the Holy Spirit, we can't see this shit going on. The only reason why now we talking about it is now that they want to bring drama to our door. Somebody knows that. Okay, so when they walk away, they feel like you're just gonna be eaten alive. Okay, so some people could have went to Canada a long time ago, or a couple of years back, 10, 20 years or whatever, and they already started their proceedings on how to keep the empress or the queen or the daughter of the chieftain out of something. So right now, when they're saying, "Oh, no more oil for America," so you basically just raided all my stuff in the royal family and all this other stuff, and you took it up to Canada because you want me to chase you up to Canada. But we could also be claiming, because if you look at the map of Canada back in the day, it came down a little bit further into the United States. It was the line of demarcation with Canada. It was a little bit further down. So that actually, this is something like with the Civil War and the also something with the Great Wall of China, and then whatever they're doing in the South by trying to build an empire. But that eye is also floating over it. Now again, if the eye is in I would have to see the thing that they doing is they're not putting an anchor. Okay, if you're trying to use my gifts and say, don't worry, we're doing this or something like this, you haven't anchored or signed a contract with me. You ain't brought back a piece of sample. If I got some motherfuckers that's about to go digging up coal or diamonds for me or something like this, at one point in time, you didn't came to, I'm sitting on my throne or I'm sitting in my office, you got to come bring me a sample of the shit that, you think I'm sitting here, by this time, if I offer you to build my damn house and I've been sitting here waiting for you to come back and 7 years later, the house still looked like it did, a couple beams up or something like this, nothing else changed, I'm just going to think that you forfeited the job. Like I could live in another country. I'm waiting for this. I come back and say, oh, the flooring is in. Oh, the walls is up. Oh, the roof is on. That's progress. But somebody got you at the point where it's just these beams been sitting in front of you for. Ain't nobody brought shit up in here to ask me what color I want the walls. I just figured that y'all just forfeited. You took my money and ran, and you forfeited the job. You get what I'm saying? Somebody thinks somebody's stupid or something. It's like throwing a Patriot Act on every motherfucking body. In the Congress, in the Senate, it's almost like all these motherfuckers need a Patriot Act put on them. If they ain't working for the supreme beings, the Supreme Court need to have something put on them. Because if somebody find out that this corruption is going from, what if you found out this corruption was coming from the Supreme Court? What would you do then? If I'm making this noise, you better come put something in my mouth, a pacifier, something to let me know that shit is going just fine, or else guess what? So, you know what I'm saying? Mm, something tangible. You see what I'm saying? So it might be something like that where those are forever positions. But if it ain't no Supreme Court, then I guess you don't have a fucking job forever. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not doing your job. Because the part that they not telling, that's why I'm saying they want you to base it on what they told you as a structure for humanity to keep people in line. But there is something of the gods in these older bloodlines that is more sacred in the background that you serve. And you trying to act like because I didn't grow up in it that you going to fool me out of something and you going to leave me in a dire situation or some shit like this on the soil. And that's just not going to happen. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.